In 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello. It's season 2, guys. Dos.
Black Hood. We're called the Red Circle. Each and we're coming for you. Yeah, we will find you. Find you. We will hunt you. Hunt you. We will end you.
This is where we left season 1, the conclusion of the Blossom murder. Clifford was guilty.
And he did it to cover up a drug empire.
He unsuccessfully framed F.P. Jones, but
FP's still in prison. And so that's affecting Jughead. And Jughead is also going to go to Southside High.
Yes.
Which is affecting Betty because him and Betty are together.
Yes.
She had her sister Polly come back to live with her with the incest twins.
Yes, Polly's incest twins, to be exact.
For Veronica, her main thing was being together with Archie. Her and Archie are officially like together. They boinked.
Her father's coming back to town.
Yes, he is. He's coming back eminently, in fact, very soon. Oh, and Cheryl's really going through it. And she did indeed burn down Thornhill. And then we've got Archie. His dad, Fred, was indeed shot
at Pops. Archie has dragged his shot father to Riverdale General Hospital.
Yes, and we do learn through this opening that he does not have a driver's license because he was driving Fred.
Nary a permit.
He does get him to the hospital. Gets him right back into surgery.
And Archie's covered in Fred's blood. It's a very, very dramatic, very scary opening.
Like sort of shaky cam going on as well.
Yeah, the frame of this episode largely is going to be Fred's hallucination daydreams in surgery mixed with Archie reeling in the real world.
And we get the first one of those hallucinations.
Fred is hallucinating Archie's graduation. The whole gang is there. Cheryl is in a full red graduation gown while everyone else is in the Riverdale High blue. It's really wholesome and sweet. We're covering up Juggy a little. Archie takes a turn, and Fred is like, let me snap a pic. And Archie's like, too bad you won't be here on this day, Dad.
Ooh. Yeah, pretty much every one of his hallucinations will end in like a very weird, like, Lynchian. It's not like that.
No, it's so Lynchian.
It's so Lynchian.
It's so Lynchian. The show is so Lynchian.
No, it totally is.
Totally is. I just watched River's Edge.
What's that?
It's a Keanu Reeves movie from the 80s. And everybody on Letterboxd is like, it's so Lynchian. It's better than Twin Peaks. And I'm like, y'all are whores, haters, fakes, dropouts.
Homo.
Back in the real world, Ronnie is waking up.
She's post-coital.
In Archie's, freakum shirt. And Hermione walks in and is like, oh, what's that? And she's like, it's a bagel from...
Instead of Dean and DeLuca, it was like Bean and Beluga or something stupid like that.
And Ronnie is like, oh, I'm drinking my mimosa. There was a new bottle of champagne in the fridge. And Hermione
I needed it to be popped.
I needed it to be popped. It was begging to be popped. Hermione is like, oh my God, that was for your father. He's coming home tonight. What are you doing, mija?
She's just like, you know what? Like, why should I give a shit about him coming home? Like, we know he did a bunch of shitty things. And before her and Hermione can really get into it, she gets a call from Betty. The phone tree goes to Jughead, so I guess what happened was Archie called Betty. And Betty called Veronica, and Betty also called Jughead because we know sure as shit Ronnie was not calling Jughead. And Juggy gets on his what? Motorcycle with his little crown etched in his helmet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sorry guys, but this is big for me.
Oh trust. Basically, Core 4 unites at the hospital. Everyone is in a 1940s, 50s-esque like nurse
like almost like
uniform?
Candy stripe, sort of
Candy
like
striper. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Candy striper.
Kind of like if you've ever seen Pretty Little Liars, those nurse outfits.
Yeah. So Core 4 assembles
plus
in the
Hal
hospital.
in
Plus
the
Hal
back.
and Alice and
Hermione.
So a pretty slayful bunch.
And Hermione's like, okay, well, did you tell your mom? Like, does your mom know your dad's in the
Yeah.
hospital? And poor Archie is like, yeah, I guess I'll call her. Like, I didn't even, you know what I mean? Like, I've been just trying to make sure he's not dead. Like,
yeah. And so, yeah, he's also telling them all about, like, what happened with the shot. And then he makes the phone call to Mary. Very sad scenes. Very sad scenes.
KJ Apa is acting his ass off in this episode.
Yes. Give the Emmy to KJ Apa.
No, for real. Like, I'm crying.
But hey, Mary can do no wrong.
Yeah. So she's hightailing it back.
She's coming back.
Because Archie was a witness to a crime. He is indeed questioned by Sheriff Keller.
Archie pulls Jughead into this sheriff interrogation for moral support, basically. And that's so real.
Yeah. And so immediately Archie's looking for answers.
Yeah.
And Sheriff Keller's answer seems to be that he wants it to be one of the serpents.
Yes.
So he's like, did the guy have a tattoo?
Was there anything on his jacket?
Yeah, and Archie's like, I know what the fuck you're asking.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a serpent.
Yeah.
And Sheriff Keller's like, okay, like, what did you see? What happened?
Yeah.
And after Archie talks about the fact that his dad got shot, he kind of pauses for a second. There's a bit of hesitation.
He's like, Archie seems to be leaving out something at the end of the altercation with the Black Hood that we don't know yet.
Right.
As the line of questioning continues, Jughead also is kind of looking over like, We do know that Hiram Lodge was trying to buy Fred out of his own company, Andrews Construction.
And in the process, Fred and Hermione fired all the serpents that were working there.
And also, though, last night, Fred decided to not get bought out and not back away and not maybe go along with some of the firings at all, like have more of a stake in his own company. So maybe there's also a case that Hiram maybe sent someone to murder Fred.
And that sticks mostly with Veronica because Veronica is all kind of me. Archie does ask Jughead to like poke around and see if maybe there were any serpents involved. Like he doesn't think that there were, but just like even check and see if anybody has heard anything.
Yeah. I think very on that. The doctors give a little update to Archie at all in the waiting room, and they're kind of like, so hey, Fred's kind of like on thin ice, but like he's in surgery. Like he's not lost yet by any means.
Yeah.
There's not a lot you can do but wait. And so Ronnie is like, okay, Arch, do you want to like take a shower, like change clothes, maybe bring your dad a new set of clothes? Like you've been at the hospital like since early morning. Like you brought him here. Like we just got the report that there's nothing to do but wait. Like let's take a little bit of time. And Archie's like, I want to stay here. I want to be here for him. And that's so valid. But Ronnie's like, let's go back to your place and like assess. Let's assess. So they take, they get a little bag from the doctor that's like all of Fred's personal effects. They go back to the Andrews house. And then we get another Fred.
We do.
Hallucination. Hello, Moto. This hallucination features Archie all grown up.
He looks the exact same. Don't worry about it. Inheriting Andrews Construction. It's now Andrews and Son. That's so sweet.
That's so cute. But yeah, Fred walks into the office trailer and Archie has like a little like name tag and he's all like, Dad, don't worry about it. I'm gonna run the company now. Like you just go on with like
Grandpa Artie and Uncle Oscar. And he's like, but Archie, they're dead. And Archie says, they're waiting for you. And then they start banging on the door.
Yeah, like bright lights coming through all the windows. And like Fred is like, yeah,
very that.
As explained, Archie and Ronnie are going back to the Andrews house. They have a little Vegas interaction. First Vegas of the season.
Yes.
He's licking in a very graphic, grotesque way. He's licking his master's blood off of Archie.
Yeah, it's very gore.
It's very gore.
It's very that.
And Ronnie's just kind of like,
These dogs. James,
what was that? We need a producer.
We do.
We are the producers.
Yeah.
The producers. Gotta get a gimmick.
Springtime.
Cut it.
And we'll stop.
And we'll stop
there. We can't get canceled again. I'm manufacturing intrigue.
Archie's talking about like, hey, so this is my dog Vegas. And
we're gonna walk him.
I wanted Vegas so bad when I was a little kid. My dad was like, no, unless you take care of him, Archie. Like, you can't have a dog unless you take care of him. Archie finally convinced Fred. Archie was taking care of Vegas all the time, watering him, feeding him, taking him for walks at all. But then as Archie got a little older, started going to football practice, started having music, Fred would start picking up the slack, and Archie is walking Vegas with Ronnie now, and Archie starts to have a full little breakdown where he's like, he's just the best dad ever. Like, even though it was my dog, he always took care of him because he knew how much it would help me. And like,
and it's really sweet.
And it's really, really, ooh.
Yeah, it's very, this whole episode is just like Archie going through it.
Yeah, and that's so real because I think we've expressed this adamantly, but the Fred-Archie relationship is the best parent dynamic.
For sure.
In the entire show. Leaps and bounds.
Ahead of everybody else. Yeah.
Suddenly, Ronnie makes this all about herself.
Well, yes.
And she's like, I'm sorry, I'm just so sad for you. And then Archie's like comforting her.
Yeah. And it's like, okay. Honestly, I'm going to be honest, guys. This is the start of when I start getting a little annoyed with Veronica.
Yeah. To be fair, she is self-aware. At the hospital, she leaned over to Betty and she was like, I am not emotionally available enough for this.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm a girlfriend that organizes parties, like starts fun dates, like intrigue, but comforting my boyfriend through the loss of his father
is not something I can do.
Yeah.
And Betty's like, well, that was the old Veronica. You're the new Veronica now. Which that's not helpful, but hey.
But Veronica's doing her darndest, I guess, and she continues to do her darndest.
And well,
we're back at the Andrews house.
And well, Archie is finally washing himself.
Archie
taking a shower.
Is finally washing Fred's blood, his father's blood, off of him.
And because this is Riverdale, we cannot let Archie go shirtless without looking.
So Ronnie is like knocking on the door of the bathroom like, Arch, are you okay? You've been in there a while. Because Archie's having, a
probably
trauma shower.
Moment. Yeah. It's
as, one's want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need to say, this is pivotal for me.
This is one of the commandments.
Changed a lot of things. Ronnie walks in. Already, whoa.
Whoa. Let him have his moment. And then what is she doing?
Stripping. Ronnie
is stripped naked.
So she saunters on over to that shower curtain and she says, modesty be damned.
Pearls stay on.
The pearls stay on in your trauma shower sex.
And she's looking at Archie and he's looking at her.
And down, up and down.
And well, they're macking it.
Oh, they're macking it. The blood of Fred pooled at their feet.
Like seriously, it's dark-sided. And
yeah.
And well, we get a nice little silhouette shot, but what's that in the corner? Oh yeah, Archie's blood-stained clothes. Yeah, right. Never forget what's actually happening here. And now
back at the hospital.
Two people are boinking, and Kevin is talking to Betty about boinking, by the way.
Oh, it's so funny how the writers are like, damn, we wrote a really, really crazy thing that would kind of like eclipse all of our regular teen drama. How are we going to still address all of the teen drama in this?
And instead of going, okay, like, let's, maybe do it with some nuance. Maybe next episode we'll go into it. Oh, no.
All of the conversations that Betty has, they start with, all I can think about is Fred right now. But
also, and Jughead
almost did it.
Kevin's like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Who's that?
So
Cheryl's back on our screens.
So Cheryl is cunting into the hospital.
She is. She's going.
She's slow-mo hair flipping into the hospital. So Kevin and Betty are like, wait, why the heck is Cheryl here? And they go up and they're like,
Cheryl, why the heck are you here? And she's like, oh, it was so tragique. This candelabra fell over and lit Thornhill on fire. And
Ablaze.
Mumsy, she ran back in to save me. Ooh, it was so scary.
If she hadn't, I wouldn't be here. But luckily, me and Nana Rose got out. Thank you for the Nana Rose as a live reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Thank you, because we were all scared.
We were all scared. Penelope, by the way, is in a full body bandage situation.
Yeah, she's looking like... Y'all ever seen Bolt?
Bolt?
Yeah.
With the dog?
Yeah. You know in Bolt when they have the like where they recast her and so they
oh my god, yes!
Yeah.
What's the cat's name?
Oh fuck. Oh shit. Mittens.
It's giving Mittens Bolt.
Ah! Yes.
It's giving though conversely Penny Bolt.
Yeah. So here we are.
So much like the ending of Bolt, Penelope has run back into a blazing fire to save her daughter.
Yeah.
Even though that's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
That's
but
Cheryl's
like,
story. Maybe Cheryl
story.
watched Bolt and she was like,
oh God, I'm so Bolt. She's like, I'm so Bolt coded. Oh my God.
Cheryl is Bolt. Cheryl is covering up her attempt to, not even attempt to murder her mother, but just like to burn down her childhood home.
Yeah. I remember.
Post-shower boink, Archie's in his feels. Ronnie is going through the bag of things to try to be nice. The bag of Fred's personal effects.
Yeah.
And she's looking through, she's realizing,
his wallet's gone.
There doesn't seem she goes to, like, Archie walks in, he's like, what's all this? And she's like, oh, I was just organizing stuff. I noticed, I don't think there's a wallet or like, and Archie's like, wait, something's missing.
No, there was a wallet.
There was a wallet.
There. He never goes anywhere without it.
Always has it on him. Did you lose it, Ronnie? Like, what is going on? Why are you even touching all this stuff? This is my dad's stuff. Why are you touching this? What are you doing here? Why are we even here right now? Why aren't we at the hospital?
Why did we boink at the shower?
He does not ask that question, but he should. But Archie starts breaking down because he's like, Ronnie, just get out. I didn't ask for you to be here right now. I didn't ask to be here right now. Leave. And this is where Ronnie did slay a little bit because she turns to leave.
She turns to leave. She's like, okay, old Veronica, here we are.
Leaving.
I boinked in the shower. I'm leaving.
But she pauses. She looks back and she goes,
no.
I'm not leaving you, Archie.
I refuse to leave you.
Oh.
And it's like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Stand on that shit.
Yeah. And Archie's like,
yeah, and that's all he really needed was somebody to say, no, I'm fucking staying here and we're going to get through this shit
with you
together.
Yeah.
I'm your girlfriend. We're going to get through this together. Yeah. I'm here for you. And it's like, okay, Ronnie, you slayed that thing.
Okay, Ronnie, you slayed that thing. On the same day that Archie's father was shot, Archie has been called to identify the Black Hood in a police lineup of wrangled suspects.
These men who sort of fit the description and who all put on a black hood. And Archie's kind of looking and he's looking and he's looking and he's like, no, it's none of them because I would know those eyes anywhere.
Those green, piercing eyes. And this is the Black Hood.
This is the image we come back to a lot when Archie is having his PTSD flashbacks.
Yeah.
Is this image of these green eyes staring at him.
Yeah. And they're kind of like digitally altered level green.
Yeah, it's sort of giving.
And I liked your explanation of like, this is
what he's remembering is he can only remember just like his eyes were green. So in his head, I'm giving Riverdale a lot of credit here that in his head, all he's seeing is just those eyes.
Yeah.
But he can't find. He doesn't.
But yeah, so none of the guys with the
suspects.
lineup, they're not the Black Hood.
So
again.
While he's doing this lineup,
yeah,
Ronnie has sent Jughead and Betty to go off and look for
the wallet at Pops.
Ronnie wants to make sure she holds on the fort at the hospital.
Yeah. So
we're delegating.
Betty and Juggy off to Pops on the bike.
And that's important.
Betty is like, you have a bike now?
He's like, gag it.
But he's like, gag it.
As I mentioned, Ronnie stays back at the hospital. And I think this is where they are.
No, they're in the hospital.
They're in the hospital cathedral? What's
the
going on?
The hospital church?
So So here we are.
Hermione has slipped away to go pray for Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Her lover, in many regards, and her ex-lover, current business partner, Ronnie walks in. And she's like, Mom, let me get on my knees with you.
Yeah.
We gotta talk.
We gotta talk. And she's like, listen, Mumsy. So the funny thing is that right after Fred said he wasn't going to sell to you guys, that he did indeed get shot. So like, what's up with that?
Do you think that Hiram did it? Or even worse, Mom, did you do it? I'm starting to think maybe you're not some innocent bystander. Millicent bystander.
Hermione, by the way, does not answer and also is an asshole.
And she is like...
But I have to say, she looks so good.
And she low-key eats Ronnie up.
She does.
She's like, Ronnie, we need to get one thing incredibly clear. Your father's coming home. And this little act that you have going on of popping champagne, accusing me of attempted murder, it's not going to fly under this new status quo. This new regime. And you really need to get it together because it's not going to turn out well for you if you keep acting this way. So lock in.
So you need to fall in line. And then she threatens to hit her. She's
threatening. And Ronnie's just like, oh, Mother Mary, help us all.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hospital.
Don't.
Oh, sorry. So mean.
No, it's funny.
It's funny.
So Archie comes back to the hospital from the police lineup. Just as he stumbles back in, Ronnie's coming back from her little prayer moment. Suddenly, the entire football team descends on the hospital waiting room because, they're all like, that's our boy. Mm-hmm. Our would-be captain, Archie Andrews. Mm-hmm. Our would-be captain because, as you'll recall, the current captain is, in fact, Reggie Mantle.
Right.
But I'm scanning the faces and I'm going,
where's Ross Butler?
Where the hell is...
That's him.
Yeah,
Ross
it is.
Butler.
And I almost...
Austin Butler again.
Where the hell is Austin Butler?
He's going like this. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. That was so funny. Anyways. Sorry.
There's no Ross Butler to be seen because there's a new Reggie in town.
And yeah, that's right. He's fucking Charles Melton.
And he's...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he's scrumptious.
And if y'all thought Archie was a problem for us, if y'all thought Jughead was a problem for some of us... Just you wait.
Because Reggie's about to go from a couple pictures to a lot on this fucking board.
On this timeline. Charles Melton is one hand, two hand. I was gonna start a metaphor.
Red hand, blue hand. And he's here, and he has an inexplicable like, "Hey Archie, what the fuck is up?" accent going on.
He does. He has a joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre.
He has He has that it factor.
He just does. I love his moxie.
That X factor. He has that thing that everybody wants.
And well, I know what it is for me.
And this is big. It's also one of those things, much like the teenage drama that they've like been casually slipping in. I do think it's funny that in this very dramatic season 2 opener, they're also just like, by the way, new Reggie.
Yeah. Oh, it's not addressed.
It's not addressed. Season 6, people. Season 6.
Stay ready.
Hey.
Stay
Reggie. If you stay spaghetti, you ain't gotta get spaghetti.
Exactly. Pussy Willows, Dottie. The Pussycats are here.
We're covering up Valerie ever so. Poor Valerie.
You'll remember she did indeed dump Archie because he did not give a shit about her.
Yeah. Yet in this scene, they don't exchange a single word. But yeah, Josie does get a little line of dialogue to be like, "Hey, welcome to season 2. I'm Josie."
Yep. Sorry about your dad.
That's
pretty much it.
Thanks, Jose.
Now that we're at the hospital, we need to go into an obligatory Fred hallucination. And this is my favorite one, and I'm just going to take it. I'm going to take it from here.
You got it.
Okay, so we're at Pop's. I'm setting the scene. We're at Pop's. There's a ring box on the table. Archie is talking to Fred about the fact that he's going to pop the big question to Ronnie.
Yeah.
And, Fred is like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is amazing. And, Pop Tate, wanders by and he goes, yeah, time dies. And then points silently at Fred like this. As on the fucking Dutch angle going and then it's fucking silent for like 30 seconds. I'm serious. And it's
so long.
Fucking silent. He's sitting there pointing after saying time dies. And suddenly Archie's gone. All of the lights turn off. Fred's looking around. He's shot. This is his little hallucination thing. But it's fucking silent. No score. No sound. No nothing. After time dies for fucking like a long time.
Time flies, but not in this scene. It drags.
It dies.
It dies.
Time dies. Oh, I'm sorry.
So now, in a non-confusing way at all, we're at Pop's in real life, not a Fred hallucination.
We're not in the time dies Pops. We're in the time lives Pops.
Where Jughead and Betty have been sent to see if the wallet is there. Pop is still actively mopping up Fred's blood from the floor, and if we know anything from the sight of Fred's blood, Betty and Juggy are about to boink. But
yes, it's an omen.
Yeah. Instead, they ask Pop a couple questions like, Hey, how you doing?
Where's the wallet? Did the thief take any money? And Pop's like, no,
not a cent.
It's so strange.
If it was a robbery, it probably wasn't because the thief didn't steal anything.
Yes.
Yeah, but Pop is like, hey kids, what if I made you a little lunch? And
Jughead's like, fuck
no.
yeah, I'm about to eat the shit out of a burger.
And Betty's like, I just saw my surrogate, like, other father figure's blood spilled on the floor. Okay.
Like, maybe I'm not
Maybe
hungry.
I'm not hungry. But Juggy's chomping down, of course.
Yeah, and then they're like, okay, so I know there's, like, Fred's blood on the floor, but, like, what about our relationship, you know?
Yeah, they do that thing. All I can think about is Fred right now. But we boinked and didn't boink. We almost boinked. And now you're kind of joining a gang and riding a motorcycle. Like, what's going on?
And Jughead's like, oh my God, you're being so dramatic. I'm actually not even going to stay with my foster family in the South Side. I'm just going to stay in my dad's trailer. So, like, really the only reason why I put on the serpent jacket was just, like, feel close to him. So, like, it's actually not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
it's
he's like, this
fine.
is how I'm keeping connections to my father while he's in prison.
Mm-hmm. And I still think Betty is, like, justified in just being like, but, like, are you okay? Like, are you actually joining a gang?
Yeah.
Because, Riverdale will desensitize you to that, but, like, it is a gang.
It is a gang.
And he is 16. You know what I mean?
It is confusing. Oh, my God.
So
we're back at the hospital.
We're back at the hospital.
Penelope's hospital room. Cheryl is monologuing, and thank God for that.
Thank God for that.
Penelope can't speak. She is on a respirator. She's in a full body bandage cast situation from smoke inhalation and third-degree burns.
Mm-hmm.
And Cheryl is popping off.
And she's like, listen, Mumsy, you're going to back up my story about the fact that you ran in and saved me instead of going for that stupid family portrait. So, okay, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
And she's like, and you know what? Things are going to change around here, Mumsy.
It's going to be a little different.
You abused me, and I'm just not going to take it anymore. So, from now on, if you breathe, it's with air I give you.
If you speak, it's with words I approve of. And if you act, it's quietly and with my blessing. She's cutting off Penelope's oxygen.
She's like, do we have an understanding, Mumsy?
And Penelope's little eyes are flitting back and forth out of pure terror. And she nods. And Cheryl, let's go. And she's like eating it up. Like,
she really is.
Madeline is eating it up.
Mm-hmm. She's eating it up.
She's eating it up.
And we get a reaction shot of Penelope. And she's
spooked.
Scared.
She's spooked as she should be. Because Cheryl doesn't play. Cheryl doesn't play.
I would be terrified if Cheryl was mad at me.
It's now like evening time at the hospital.
Betty and Jughead have decided to bring
I think
Pops to
Fred
everybody.
is out of surgery. And the core four are sitting in the like hospital cafeteria. Basically, everybody is like, hey, so Arch, we know you haven't relived enough trauma today. By the way, the same day that you experienced that trauma.
And even Jughead's even like, dude, you've been a total rock star god
throughout
all of this.
Juggy also starts to push a little bit. He's like, hey, remember when Sheriff Keller was like interrogating you earlier and you like paused in that story about like retelling what happened at Pops during the shooting? Like, what happened? And it's dark.
And what follows is really sad, honestly.
So after Archie comes out from the bathroom,
Fred gets shot.
And Archie's telling the story. He's like, I could have tackled the Black Hood. I could have grabbed the gun. I could have like dove to help my dad, like stop the bleeding. I could have done anything. And I just froze there. And
he says he had his eyes closed because the Black Hood had a gun to his temple.
So the Black Hood put the gun up to Archie's head and forced Archie to get on his knees. And Archie just closed his eyes and didn't open them until he heard the Black Hood leave. The bell rang of Pops. He's like, I feel so useless. I didn't do anything in the situation to like help. I literally was just like a hostage. Like,
and everybody is like, dude, you were in a horrible situation. Like, it's also not your fault.
Also,
like, you
not knowing how to drive then saved your dad by taking him to the hospital when the ambulance didn't show up in time.
Yeah.
Like, you actually did a lot.
You saved your dad.
You saved your dad by staying alive and not getting shot in some weird fight out with an armed guy.
Yeah.
But Archie's not in a place to hear that right now because, again, this is the same day. So Archie's feeling a lot of things, but everyone is like, hey, chill. After this whole Archie debrief with the core four, he goes to see his dad, who's giving his father a big old smooch on the forehead. Cheryl Blossom. Why she's doing that? Well, Archie walks in and he's like, what the fuck?
And her explanation is that she's giving him the quote kiss of life that Archie gave her whenever he saved Cheryl from trying to drown herself
in Sweetwater
River. She's saying that she's returning the favor and giving the kiss of life to Fred. And like low-key, yeah, sure.
Low-key, yeah, she did.
This is Fred with a big old kiss on his forehead.
Cheryl gave Fred a hickey right on his forehead.
And Fred's like, okay, into a hallucination.
And
this is the best.
And this is a doozy.
And this isn't the best one. The pop one is the best one.
This is my favorite. Fred is hallucinating Archie and Ronnie's wedding.
Marriage. Yeah. But would it be normal? Oh, no. For some reason, this is like a Celtic ceremony.
Renaissance fair, Celtic woodland ceremony on the banks of Sweetwater River. We've got the family crest of the Lodges and the Andrews in the background. Ronnie looks amazing. I'm kind of obsessed.
All the men are wearing kilts.
Everyone in the town of Riverdale is there.
Including dead people like Jason and Clifford.
They're in the audience staring. And we've got one very important diva in the audience.
We've got Mary Andrews, and she's winking at Fred.
Oh, and she's winking at Fred because she knows something that he doesn't know. As he's scanning the crowd, seeing that dead people are there, and he's like, wait, something's not right. He looks to his ex-wife. She gives him the sultriest little wink. And then suddenly down the aisle walks the Black Hood. And he raises his little gun to shoot at Archie, and Fred, in a reversal, tries to jump in front. By the way, Pop Tate is the officiant.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And Jughead is the best man.
In a kilt.
Well, they're all in kilts. Fred is jumping in front of the Black Hood's shot, and then he wakes up.
He does.
And then he wakes up in the hospital.
Archie's like, oh my God, Dad, I'm so sorry I didn't protect you. And he's like, dude, first off, just woke up from a coma. Second,
I've been having crazy hallucinations all day.
I was sent back. I'm here to protect you and keep you safe.
And so really, really sweet, tender moment. I think Cheryl had left at that point.
Yeah. She left right after the kiss. She's like, I gave him the kiss of death.
The kiss of life.
Or
Yay, Fred is alive. This is
Fred's
very
alive.
big moves.
Everyone goes home.
Everyone goes home. Juggy goes back to Sunnyside Trailer Park to find an interrogation of serpent types. Tallboy is roughing up a miscreant. And Jughead is like, whoa. Whenever I was like, hey guys, go see if you like can find anything about the Black Hood. Keep a finger on the pulse. Like, see if anything is out there. I didn't mean like
go rough somebody up
like,
and bring
beat them up in my home.
Yeah. And they're like, well, and he's like, well, okay. And they're like, well, no, he actually was just shit talking Fred. He didn't actually like know anything about it.
Yeah, that's why we got this guy, but
we just wanted to show you that like we mean business, like we're here for you.
And like remember to tell your dad about this. Like,
and Jughead's like, okay. Thanks.
So Jughead is getting a taste of what it means to actually be low-key in the higher ranks of the serpents. When he says something to these guys, they're going to take it to the nth degree to prove their loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
So then Ronnie's also going home. She walks in. The fire is ablaze. Hidden in the shadows on the far side of the dining room table.
Mark Consuelos.
Hiram Lodge has entered the chat.
Yes! And I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with me right now, but he is very attractive.
And that's so valid.
Not as a character, but as
a Mark Consuelos.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, and he's like, I'm still daddy enough that I want my little girl to give me a kiss on the cheek.
Yes, which is disgusting. He does make me uncomfortable.
So Ronnie gives him a little kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, they're the snake and the mongoose.
They're the snake and the mongoose, right? So welcome to the town, Hiram.
A turning point
in the show. Because he is a massive character.
And he stays a character for a long
time. So we kind of come to a denouement. Archie is going home. Archie is posted up. He's decided to keep a 24/7 watch on Fred.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all very serious. He's very like, I didn't act in the moment of the Black Hood attack when I could have acted, but now I'm gonna. And so he's like staying up all night with a baseball bat in hand to like guard the house.
And it's really sad because he really thinks that he needs to like, he's like, I'm the man of the house. Now I need to step up and I need to like protect everybody. And this will be a theme. I'm a bad liar with the savior complex.
Yeah. Cunting.
But
before the end of the episode.
Oh no, you thought we were done, bitch.
This is the big one.
This is the big one. So remember Jennifer Gibson, aka the artist formerly known as
Geraldine Grundy. We hop over to Greendale. That's right. There's a town right next to Riverdale called Greendale.
Who should we see?
Geraldine
Predator
making out with another teen boy. Bum bum bum. It's none other than Ben.
Yeah, from concession stand fame.
Yeah, at the Twilight Drive-In, where Kevin got not quite gay bashed by Joaquin.
Mm-hmm.
If you were there, you remember.
If you were there, you remember.
So Geraldine is having a music lesson with Ben. He leaves. Suddenly, Geraldine turns back around and she's like, wait, that window is open. Wait, what? Wind?
My paper's
what?
around. What's going on?
My papers got thrown on the ground. Let me go pick them up. Who's behind her butt?
The Black Hood.
The Black Hood wraps her cello bow around her throat.
And it's not just any cello bow.
It's the cello bow that Archie gave her as a parting gift.
Whoa! And he's fucking killing her.
He's killing her. She's bleeding. She's kicking her little feet, and then her shoes fall off, and then blood is pouring down her entire body. Whoa.
And Geraldine Grundy is no more.
And just like that, Grundy died. We've started season 2.
Guys, Yay. Do you remember what it looked like when it wasn't crazy pixelated? Because we had so many.
Yeah. So we've started over the timeline. Trust. The old timeline still exists. And we are making a series timeline that includes season 1 and season 2. We'll give updates of that throughout, but probably not until low-key the end of season 2. Because
Mm-hmm.
it'll make more sense. It'll be like the full of season 1, the full of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of season 2 though, guys.
There is.
There's a lot of season.
We've become trigger happy with our our pictures, but that's okay.
But that's okay. So way more core 4 in season 2.
Yes.
They're an established unit. They're doing little things together. They're having very intimate moments. Also, right out the gate, obviously, this is Archie's episode.
Yeah, I mean, and it makes sense because, like, I mean, this was centered around him.
Yeah. And then Ronnie also got a lot of play because she's incidental to the Archie plot, IMO. And she also had Hiram and all that zhuzh going on. Betty didn't have a ton to do. Juggy had his little gang affiliations. Cheryl's eating.
As always.
As always. Fred had all of his little hallucination moments. So that's living.
Hiram is on the board.
Hiram is on the board in a scary way.
Mm-hmm.
And
don't worry, the Black Hood is also on the board.
The Black Hood is also on the board, along with Mary and Pop Tate, because, you know, we have to add people this season.
And,
There's like a new kind of cast of characters.
Time dies. Ooh, Mr. Ghostface.
Ooh, Mr. Ghostface.
Ooh, Mr. Ghostface.